Hello and welcome back to another episode of Not Being Funny with me, Emily Moores. This week we're going to be talking about kind of like the thing of rejection is redirection. I'm not gonna lie to you, I spent the morning crying about the fact that I got rejected from a job that I was talking about last time, and I was so convinced I was gonna get, but I didn't get it. I didn't even get invited to interview, and it was just something that I'd kind of had my heart set on since I started my current job, since before it really, and I thought this is going to be my line of development, and still one day maybe it will be, but at this time it is not. And in my last episode I was talking about how chuffed I was because I've been putting like so much effort into this job application, like literally weeks of effort, but I didn't get an interview. And it's fair, like, I don't have the correct, like, I know for a fact, because of like I work within recruitment, that this job, other people that applied for it had like the relevant experience, and there was absolutely tons of candidates, and yeah, it's just one of them. It was kind of like a journalism kind of role, and I don't have direct experience in that, which is fair enough, and if people do, then it's fair enough that they get an interview over me. But it did upset me for quite a few hours, but I'm in a better mood now. And instantly I did just think, like, it's obviously not meant to be, like, it's just one of them, everything happens for a reason. I feel like that is my mindset just in life, to be honest. Everything happens for a reason, and it's better to think like that, because if not, like, it's so easy to just be like negative and down in the dumps about things. But I feel like this could just be an episode for someone that maybe also is out of uni and is struggling to find your career, find your job, find your passion. Because I've spoken very openly in many of my episodes on here that I have really struggled since leaving uni on finding a job that I've like really enjoyed. I come out of uni and I went travelling for a couple of months, and then I really cushily got a job in hospitality straight away. A friend got me a job, and like, it's one of them. I didn't have to apply for it, but I could have just applied for other hospitality jobs. I would have got one because I was already within hospitality. I've done that for years and years. So I go into hospitality job, and it's good because it's flexible. You know, you're not always on the same shifts. You get days off midweek, sometimes weekends. But it was that kind of thing where I just felt no drive in hospitality. Like, hospitality isn't the industry that I want to be in, and I felt like I didn't really have a purpose. As much as like I enjoyed it, I worked with my friends, like, it was fun. I worked with like a lot of my friends, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't making me happy. I was just feeling down in the dumps, and I think that is so normal. I was definitely naive when I finished uni, that I thought I'd be able to just come home and kind of get a job in what I wanted to do, but it's actually a lot harder than that, and everyone has a degree, and yeah, real hard. But unless you've like trained in something, or you've got an apprenticeship and it kind of feeds you into a role, I think everyone is kind of all for themselves, and you just gotta do what you've got to do. Like, unless you know people to get your foot in the door, like, it literally is who you know, like, it fully is. And yeah, I was in hospitality. I literally was applying for, I'm saying hundreds of jobs, like, from the off, like, from the week I started in this job, I was applying for other jobs. And it is so humbling if you've done like a big job search, and you kind of, I was doing all media related ones at this point, so I go for all my media related ones, I'm not getting any. And then I went through this huge process with the BBC for 3 of their apprenticeships, and it went on for so long. There was many stages, and I was so excited. I got through to kind of like the final stage of 3 of them, and I really thought I'm gonna get at least one, like, at least one. And then I was away with my then boyfriend on a trip for my birthday, Valentine's Day type of thing. We went to York, and I literally got an email from all 3 while we were walking to our hotel, and I was just like to him, I didn't get them. I didn't get the other one. I didn't get the other one. They come through within like minutes of each other, and he was like, it's fine. We'll go back to the room and we'll go for a drink. Like, it's fine. Like, don't worry. And like, he was dead nice about it, but like, it literally broke my little heart. And like, the same way this did, I literally rang my dad, like, crying today. But it's just one of them, like, what can be done? Like, there'll be something else. And my dad sent me this like lovely text after, just being like, don't let this get you down. Like, sometimes, like with a paper sift, it's literally like a clinical, like, who meets the criteria. And I think I was just like baffled at the, like, my application was like 12 pages long. I wrote that like it was a university essay. I was referencing podcasts, referencing documentaries, like doing my referencing, like, not like in the same way, but like, you know, applying my knowledge, you know what I mean? And he was just being like, does not mean that you are not good enough for this role, or does not mean that people are better than you. Like, it just was not meant to be. Ask for feedback, which I'm gonna do, and just see where life takes you. Maybe this is your, like, direction to travel, or maybe apply for other jobs elsewhere. Like, you've done what you wanted to do within this organisation now. Either wait it out, apply again if the job comes back up, or apply elsewhere. So I think I've kind of took it of a moment of like, right, maybe this is just my sign that I'm meant to fully apply myself to my acting, and acting is where I'm meant to be. I'm not meant to go into the media journalism sphere of things, maybe, and I'm meant to act and like fully go for it and apply that time. And maybe I don't need these really high pressure busy jobs, because I need time for acting and auditions, and they're gonna come one day, and they will, because they're just not here yet. You know what I mean? Yet being the key word. And my podcast, obviously, you know what I mean? But no, I have been on the hunt. I went through a little madness, or like a splurge of like what to do. So I went looking at masters, and I already was thinking about masters when I finished uni. So I was thinking about doing like a media journalism type one. And I've been looking at that at Salford today, so I've got some time to maybe think about that. The only thing about that is I would have to go back into a part-time job in the meantime, or like significantly save over these next few months, because a master's, I believe you get about £11,000 grant, and the master's itself is 9,000, so you don't get like that. You have to pay the tuition fee out of like the loan this time. You don't get a tuition loan and a maintenance loan like you do with your undergraduate. So that is an option, which should be really cool because it's obviously at Media City. But also I've just seen that there's so many jobs with the BBC at the moment that are lower grades, that maybe mean they're more accessible for like starting your career. So I'm going to apply. There's quite a lot within children and education, so that should be quite a good thing to look into, and I think I would really enjoy that, and I would really do, like, I would excel in stuff like that. Like, I love media, I love creating, and yeah. But what I really kicked myself at is, and this shows just not to put all your eggs in one basket. So a friend sent me a really cool application for the Manc a couple of weeks ago, and I had previously applied for the Manc, but I didn't apply for it this time because I thought, I'm going to get this job. I just know I am. I feel it in my bones that I'm going to get this job. And I didn't apply for the Manc. And if you don't know what the Manc is, it's like a really cool kind of like Manchester-based blog. And there's one in Leeds called The Who as well, and they're like connected. And my friend works for The Who, so if you ever see someone called Dec Kelly on The Who, he sent me this, and he's like, go for it, like, go for this. And I didn't, which was a mistake, and I recognise that now. I had all my eggs in one basket, and it just shows through life. Don't bank on things, you know what I mean? Like, just broaden your horizons a little bit, like, have a backup, you know? But yeah, it's not the end of the world. And I just think it's a good lesson to remind yourself not to be in that mindset of like nothing works out for me, like I've like, you know, like having a chip on your shoulder, like just not to be in that mindset. Because I feel like last year I went through a phase where I was like, I go through swings and roundabouts. I felt like I had a chip on my shoulder, like I wasn't getting a job, nothing's working out. But also, I also am a positive. Ooh, I'm yawning. I'm a positive person, and I feel like things are going to work out. I have a optimistic mindset, and I feel like that's kind of the kind of person I am. But if I dwelled on this and just thought, oh, the world is against me, like, you know, nothing's working out, it's all so negative, I'm never going to get there, like, I probably wouldn't get there. And you just need to take it as rejection is redirection, and something one day is going to work out. Because what is the point in being in such a negative mindset? It can literally warp you, like drain the life out of you, if you're in this like awful mindset of like nothing's working out. You just need to see the better in things, whether that be in life, in relationships, in career, in anything. You know what I mean? There's no point being, and it's easier said than done, but you just got to put a positive spin on things. With this, it wasn't meant to be on this occasion, and I just need to broaden my horizons to look at other things. You know what I mean? So another thing that I did do, other than looking at my masters, I was like, I'm gonna look at flights to Phuket. Like, I'm gonna fly to Thailand. I've not been to Phuket yet in Thailand, and maybe I'm gonna go there and get a one-way ticket. And the one-way tickets were looking about £200-300. And I thought, you know what? My flights aren't shy of that for Milan, so like, why the hell not? But it's in the back burner, and I'm going to think about it, because now I have a bit more options. You know what I mean? I'm not tied down to a job, even though I do have my job at the moment. But it it is nice to then also think, right, what can I do now? And even like, I feel like my dad put that in his text, like, you could travel, you could do this, you could do that. And like, yeah, maybe it is I want to travel, because I've been talking about traveling again for so long, and I've always been like, I want to go with a boyfriend, like I want to go with a boyfriend. And to be honest, my ex-boyfriend wouldn't have wanted to do that. Like, it wasn't on his kind of plan for life. Like, he more wanted, he's very career driven and wanted to do that. And then obviously now I'm not with him, I'm single, and like, why am I waiting for a man to go traveling with? You know what I mean? Like, am I going to meet a man in the next couple of years that I'm going to like trust enough to want to go traveling with? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But maybe I've just not met that person yet. And you know what? I really hope the next guy I like am with or date or whatever is like somebody that I meet and, you know, just instantly you feel like this is the love of my life, and we're gonna move in together and we're gonna go away and do all these things, and you're just so on the same page as you. And I just feel like, not that I've not felt like, oh, I want to be with this person forever before, but I feel like I've never met someone that's so on my page, that's just like, just so all for me, all for excitement. I'm just for living life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a liver of life, and I need a liver of life. Like, I need someone that wants to go on holidays with me, enjoys a weekend, you know, this, has loads of like really exciting plans and gets excited for like, you know, a nicely coloured sky, or like trying all this food from all around the world and going to all these places, and like, let's do this, like not being tied down to like work. And after I've said all that, like, why can't I just go travelling on my own? Like, I could. And my sister wants to go travelling as well. And I'm like, is that a bad idea? Like, is it? Like, me and my sister gonna like absolutely tear each other's heads off if we go travelling together? Because I think that's what my mum and dad think. If we go together, is gonna happen. We're gonna fall out. But I don't think it will. I think we'll have bickers because we're sisters, or fallouts. But the thing is, at the end of the day, she's my sister, and I feel like you can just have a little breather from each other sometimes more than a friend. Like, you can straight talk your sister more than you can your friend often. And yeah, I don't know, I think we got in lockdown. We spent like a full 3 months together, and we barely argued. I can't even really remember arguing with each other, and I think we thought that was going to be a lot being locked in together, and if anything we just became like more best friends than we already were. So yeah, I think we'll be fine. So maybe that's an option as well. But the cons of that are, if I go travelling, then I come back to, again, no job, and trying to find a job again, and probably having to go back to a bit of a rubbish job in the meantime. But also I could be travelling in the sun with a tan, exploring different foods, meeting loads of different people, and just being like detached from life for a little bit. And why the hell not? Like, I'm so young, I'm 23, like, why not just go do that? You know what I mean? Like, is that embarrassing to go back to the hospitality after I've been like, I'm out? No, it's not. You know what I mean? I will have to just like suck it up, but no, it's not. It's not embarrassing. Not that it's but embarrassing if anyone else in hospitality. It's just the actual, like, put my foot down that I have done. For I am not going back into hospitality now. Like, I'm sick of it. I've done it for like 6 years. Like, I can't go back to hospitality. If I do, I'm just gonna have to suck it up and do it again. You know what I mean? I'll go get a job in Tesco or something like that. Somewhere that will take me. Or another admin role. You know, I can do my admin. I'm doing that now. And just see where life takes me. However, though, I do think this is a really good reiteration of just remembering in your 20s you don't have to have everything figured out. Yeah, you don't. And it can feel like that. It can feel like you should have your career set out for you. And I know I have quite a few friends or know people at work that we have the conversation, they're like, well, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to go. I'm just figuring it out. And that is so fine. Like, not everybody knows what they want to do. And it's just a matter of experimenting and seeing what the opportunities are out there, whether it be in your career that you've already kind of got, the job that you're already within, and just seeing what progression opportunities are there, and just speaking to different people, researching different opportunities. Like, a good thing to get is LinkedIn. LinkedIn has loads of job opportunities on there. Like, I've just gone and looked now, and there's tons that I'm gonna, put my application in for. But it's just a matter of being proactive. It really is. Like, and you've got to try. Like, me and a friend were having a conversation the other week, and I was being brutal with him, and I was just being like, nobody's gonna do the work for you. You need to get yourself where you want to be. And that's something I need to remind myself, especially when it comes to acting. Like, no one's gonna do that work for me. Like, yeah, I'm going to my acting class every Monday, but I need to do extra things with that. I need to be putting myself out there. I need to put the work in place. Like, with this podcast now, I've made myself like a schedule that's inside my wardrobe every time I look at it, just because it looks a bit ugly on my wall. It probably should be on my wall, but it's a bit ugly on my wall. And it's just saying, like, make a podcast every week, edit it, record it, because I was slacking with it, and I love my podcast and I love recording these. No one's going to do it for me. No one's going to take me seriously with this if I don't take it seriously myself. Like, I need to be regimented with it. And it doesn't matter if you don't know what you want to do yet. Like, that is completely fine. If you want to drift along in a job for a while and just like have fun, be young, go out, have that flexible kind of rota, and just take holidays when you want, build up that flexi, like, whatever you want to do, it's comfortable, and that is so okay. But also, if you have that dream, like, don't forget it. Like, just because you're in something else at the moment, like, just because I'm doing recruitment does not mean that I forgot about my acting career. I forgot about wanting to do my podcast. I've forgot about, I don't know, wanting to do media or production. Or I know who I am. I know what I stand for, and I know what I love to do and what I am going to do. I'm just not there yet. And I swear, like, Alfie Days has like yet tattooed on him, and I feel like that is the meaning of it. So I was talking about the other week. Oh, it's either that or why. If it's why, I don't know what Y means, but probably something similar. But if it's yet, I've seen someone with this and it just means it's not happened yet. It will do at one point and we're going to get there. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. So just hang on in there, have fun, and just trial things out. And if you don't know what you want to do there yet, then sod it. You'll find it one day. One day you might fall into something that you've never even thought of that just is perfect for you, or perfect for the timing. Like, you might have children, or you might want to settle down, you might want to buy a house, and you just need something that pays the bills. Like, even if you don't enjoy your job, but I think it is just better to enjoy your job. I feel like we're in an age now where, like, there's so many opportunities, there's so many roles available, and people aren't having children as young as, say, our parents or grandparents, like particularly grandparents, that kind of just had to get married, have children, get a house and grow up really quick, and probably didn't feel like they had a choice in the career path that they took unless they were kind of rich, and they just kind of went for working class kind of jobs, like stereotypically. But I feel like now there is a lot of progression, there's a lot more education, there's a lot more training on things, there's loads of opportunities. And as I said, as people are having families and settling down later, it kind of gives you that more time as that young adult to kind of find where you want to be and explore. Because if you're in hospitality or something, or retail, and you're looking for a bit more of like a corporate job, let's say, just something to put on that CV that looks a bit better, I really would recommend looking at like the NHS, the police, like anything else, the public sector, banks. Like, every company has its own admin team, it has its HR team, it has, like, I don't know, recruitment team, it has, did I just say recruitment? It has finance, it has everything, like everything that makes a business. All these organisations have, and they want roles, and a lot of them are entry level roles, and just look at them. Like, that's what I've done, and that is my job in the meantime, recruiting for a large organisation. And it's like, it doesn't mean that, oh, I always dreamt of doing that. It just means that I fell into it, and it's good for the time being, and I'm meeting cool people and meeting cool opportunities, and it's a lot better on my CV than my hospitality was. Like, I'll get more work from it, and there's more to talk about, and it's a real, like, public relations role, public facing role. I do inquiries, I answer the phone, I recruit, I interview, I this, I that. Like, there's a lot more to say about it. But also, like, in applications or in interviews, just use an element of the truth. Like, I interview people a lot. Like, my job entails me interviewing a lot of people, and it is just so interesting. Like, it's so important, the structure. Like, if you've prepped for your interview, if you've just got like a few solid examples that maybe represent like something about kind of team building, something about dealing with a difficult situation, something about like finding all the information that perhaps you haven't had, how you've done that, like them type of things. If you've got like 4 or 5 key examples that you know through and through what the issue was, you need to be using like the STAR method. Here I am doing a lecture on how to interview. The STAR method, that's like, what was the situation? So it means like, what was the overall like problem? Action is the A, so like, what was your action? I'm not bothered about your friend's actions, what we did, it's what you did. And then R, what was the result of that? And then, oh yeah, no, it's T, task. So it was the, oh, have I got this all wrong? I literally have. Right, sorry, situation, task. So the task is like, what's gonna have to be done, and then to solve the problem. A, action, so what did you do to solve that, what were your actions? And then R is the result, so what was the outcome of it? And there's like, some people have like another few letters after, but it's just kind of like, what was the impact of your result? So maybe just say that, and like, what would you do again, what have you learned from this, like blah blah blah. You need to be filling the time, you need to be using structure, because if you go in unprepped and someone fires a question at you and you don't know, it's so obvious. Like, it is. It's so obvious. I've really enjoyed doing interviews though for people because, like, you meet so many different people, you hear so many interesting stories, but also, like, I feel like now I've mastered how to interview, which is why I was so peeved, because I really thought I would master this interview, what I was gonna get, but I didn't get it. Ugh. I'll get over it. I will. I'm having a nice night tonight. Me and my friends, it's bank holiday weekend, so we're having a little Easter night, and we're just gonna have drinks at my friend's house. And I've made this Easter tiffin. I saw it on TikTok, and it's like a slab of like kind of like broke up digestives with chocolate and butter, and like it kind of sets with like mini eggs in it, and a layer of chocolate on top, like set, so it's like a tiffin. I've put raisins only in half because some of my friends are fussy and don't like raisins, and then on top, I've got like cracked open cream eggs, cracked open white cream eggs, cracked open caramel eggs, few mini eggs sprinkled on top, some like Malteser Easter bunnies. Like, I've gone all out. Like, I am the dessert maker for our little gatherings. I love making things. I love hosting. So I've got us all like chips and dip, which I did last time, but I've made this. Last time I made like little Rice Krispie cakes that look like Christmas puddings. So I'm really excited. And then I'm having some drinks with my friends tomorrow again. Don't know what I'm doing over the weekend. Eating lots of chocolate, obviously. This lad at work said to me the other day, you put a full Easter egg away to yourself in one night. Hell yeah. Are you unable to eat one Easter egg in one sitting? Like, I'm sorry, surely everyone does that. And I'm like, not even saying this, surely everyone does. Like, you're telling me that you're not just putting away an Easter egg. If I open an Easter egg, the full thing's getting eaten. You know what I mean? Like, they're not very big. It's thin chocolate. If you melted all that down, it's only going into a bar. You know what I mean? Like, I was a bit bewildered by him asking that question. Yeah, I did. I ate it all. Thank you. Are you concerned for me? Because I'm not. I enjoyed it. And I was literally, it was sat on my desk all day. We got given them at work. And I really, really tried not to eat it. I ate the twirl out of it. And it was really tempting me all day. But I thought, pace yourself, Emily. You can't eat a twirl and an egg just at work. So then I had the egg in the evening. But I was watching Big Brother and my egg had gone a bit soft. So I put it in the microwave in the fridge for like 5 minutes. It barely did anything, but I just couldn't wait. It's just so nice of a snap though, you know what I mean? You want your Easter egg to snap and be hard and like have that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you're like a soft chocolate person, like weird, like let it melt in your mouth, like whatever, but you want it hard. Come on now. But yeah, that's going to be the end of my episode. It's a short one today. I say short, it's probably still about half an hour rather than me just whittering on. But this is just your sign that if things feel like they're not going your way, one day they will. And rejection is redirection. Everything happens for a reason. And I am taking it that I'm just meant to be a star. I'm meant to be an actress. And that is why I didn't get this job, because it would have deprived me of that. Silver linings, everybody. Silver linings. Just alter the mindset. Right. This has been Emily Moores on Not Being Funny, and I can't wait to see you in another episode. Bye.